Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to math class. So in the last video, we did page 121 and 122, but they were just the adding and subtracting problems. And as I looked closer as what your math job is to do problems that involve elapsed time, which we've been working on, and I know you guys can do it, but I wanted to give you an example for you to refer to just in case you need a little bit of help. So if I'm looking at page 121, number 3, if Sal leaves his nest at 1:30 and flies for 2 hours and 10 minutes, what time does he come back? So instead of me teaching you that problem, because that's your math job, I'm going to give you an example that's very similar. So we'll say another little bird. This bird's going to be named Betsy. And Betsy the bird is going to fly for 3 hours and 21 minutes. And she leaves her nest, not at 1:30 like Sal, she's going to leave at 12:30. And she's going to fly for 3 hours and 12 minutes. So I could use the number line, the timeline, but I think this one would be a really good one to show you the T-chart again. So I'm just going to make this into a T-chart. And I know this is my start time. And I'm going to add that 3 hours plus 3 hours. And I'm going to hold it close for you to see. So I'm going to take the 12:30 and I'm going to count up. 12:30 to 1:30, 1:30 to 2:30, 2:30 to 3:30. So I'm going to put my 3:30 right here. And now I have 21 minutes. So I'm just going to add 20 minutes first. And I know that 30 plus 20 is 50. So now my new time is 3:50. And then I can add that 1 minute. And I'm going to get 3:51, which is my end time. So then we would put on the paper, Betsy came back at 3:51. So you're going to do the problems 3 and 4 on 121, just like this problem. Now, when you flip over to 122, we did problems 5 and 6 in the TEA video and in class. Your math job is to do problems 7 and 8. So turn your page to 121. I'm sorry, 122. It says, Sal's nest has 3 times as much mass as Sal. 3 times as much. Now, if you remember, we've done work on thinking about things being times as much as, right? So if Sal's nest is 3 times as much as his friends, Sal's nest has 3 times as much mass as Sal. Wait a minute. Let me stop. I'm getting tongue-tied. Sal has a mass and his nest is 3 times as much. So we're going to change it up. We're going to say Betsy has a mass of, let's see, when we're looking back here, I want to make sure we get the right number. So I can use a number that's very similar. So Sal has a mass of 149. So Betsy is going to have a mass of 148. I'm going to make it really close. And her nest is going to be 4 times as much as her. So if I'm going to write this out, I'm going to say 148 times 4 is equal to the mass of her nest. So that's how much the nest weighs. I can do this in 2 ways. I could double this number and then double it, so double doubles, double the doubles. Or I can use distributive property and break it apart. So we're going to try to do it both ways. The first thing I'm going to do is, I know I'm really good at adding, so I'm going to go ahead and add 148 plus 148. And I'm going to use the algorithm. 8 plus 8 is 16. Put down the 6 and carry the 1. 4 plus 4 plus 1. Well, that's 8 plus 1 more is 9. So here's my 9. And then 1 plus 1 is, you got it, 2. So 296 is half of her nest. So now I have to double that because when we are multiplying by 4s, they're double facts. So you double it and then you double it again. So 296, we add that together. We add it to itself. 6 plus 6 is 12. Put down the 2 and carry the 10. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 tens. That's the same as 190, which is why I put 9 here. And I carry the 1. Now, 2 plus 2 plus 1, when we're thinking about hundreds, is the same as 500s. So my answer is actually going to be 592. So put that number down somewhere. I'm going to keep it in my head, 592. But I am now going to show you how to use the break apart strategy to multiply this out. So if you are still learning the distributive property, this is a great time just to look, listen, and if you have any questions, let us know when you come to class. So we're going to break 148 into 3 numbers. 3, 100, 40, and 8. So I broke apart one factor. Break, break, break it apart. Pass, pass, pass it out. So now I got to pass it out. 100 times 4, 100 times 4, plus 40 times 4, plus 8 times 4. And now I can solve each one and rewrite them. So I know with multiplying by 0 or multiplying by tens and hundreds, we can just think about it as 1 times 4 is 4 and then put down the zeros because 100 groups of 4 is the same as 4 groups of 100, so 400. Plus, now here's the next one, 40 times 4. Well, 4 times 4 is 16. And so if you think about 4 tens times 4 would be 16 tens. So we just add a 0. There's 1 0 in the problem, 1 0 in the answer. And the last one, 8 times 4. So I'm going to double my doubles. 8 plus 8 is 16. And then 16 and 2, or 16 plus 16, right, is going to be, put it on the little algorithm right here. And we know that 6 plus 6 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. And then 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 32. So 8 times 4 is 32. Alrighty. So now we have broken apart, break, break, break it apart. Pass, pass, pass it out. Multiply. We need to add. Multiply. We need to add. So now we're going to add together. 400 plus 160 is 560. I'm going to rewrite this problem just to make it neat for myself. 560 plus 32, well, I know that 60 plus 32 would be 92, so my answer must be 592, which I believe is what we got earlier. All right, friends. So when you are doing 6 times as much, you're going to be multiplying it by 6. When you're multiplying it 4 times as much, you're multiplying by 4. You can do it. Finish the rest of your workbook pages, snap a picture of them, and turn them into us in Google Classroom. Thanks so much for working so hard and being such amazing students. We are so proud to have you in our classes. And if you need anything, let us know. Bye, friends.